talk a little bit about this trending topic. And I don't mean to minimize it by calling it a trending topic, but it is trending right now. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the venture capitalist fund people, Fearless Fund, where they support Black women businesses by providing them grants. And so some judges down on ATL told them to shut down because it was discriminatory. They can no longer provide Black women with the much needed seed funds that they need because the court system designated that as discriminatory, found it to be discriminatory. Mind you, we got the Amber Grant, the I Fund Women grants. I mean, they say they're for women, but I mean, who really gets those grants? Let's just keep it real. And so it's like, where does it end? Right? Where does it end? And it legitimately scares me because, you know, spaces like Mindful and Melanated and, you know, A Tribe Called Black and all these other, you know, Black women founded organizations that are here to help us out with our mental wellness. Does that mean we're going to get shut down? It's like, where does it end? Where does it end? And this is exactly why we need spaces just like this so that we can support each other. Because this sister circle is not just about us trauma dumping on each other or talking about our problems with each other. It's a legitimate support system. That's why we call our community a circle system, because we are a circle of women, of sisters who support each other. And we're going to talk a little bit about that when we bring Michelle Renee on. So anyway, if you're not part of the Mindful and Melanated Sister Circle, I don't know what you're waiting for. You can sign up at our Patreon. That's patreon.com/mindful and melanated. And link up with us, gang up with us. Also, if you have not done so already, you need to get your ticket to the fifth annual Strong Black Woman Redefined Conference. It's going to be located in the greater Boston area, October 12th, Saturday, October 12th. It's an all-day event. Get breakfast, lunch, breakout sessions, panel discussions, vendors. So go ahead and get your ticket. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 years, y'all. I was actually at an event yesterday, and I was talking to, you know, some of the attendees at the event, and I was just telling them that I legit did not realize how impactful the Strong Black Women Conference is until like this year. Like, I was suffering from a severe case of imposter syndrome. I just thought, you know, because I don't really get that many people in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? I don't get that many people coming. But yeah, I'm 5 years strong, y'all. So this is a milestone event for me. So again, if you have not gotten your tickets, go to sbwr2024.eventbrite.com and get your tickets. All right, let's get this show crack-a-lacking. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Mental Health Mentor. And this is a very special episode for me because, again, I have another really good friend who is going to be joining us today for the conversation. My good friend, Michelle Renee. So She is not only a staunch mental health advocate for Black women. She is also an autism advocate. Excuse me, I was going to say activist. She might be an activist, but definitely an advocate. She's an author. She's a businesswoman, entrepreneur. She's fucking hilarious too. She's fucking hilarious. So, without further ado, let's bring on Miss Michelle Renee. Hey,
Hi, good evening. Good evening.
how are you doing?
I am doing great. I was able to get my nap in today. A lot of good things are happening. And, you know, I am very, 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 very glad to see you. You know,
I'm glad to see you too. I'm
I,
so glad.
and I was listening to you talk about how long you've been doing this. I've known you for a couple of years. See how time has gone by and we've gone back and forth. I heard you talking about that women's conference in Boston. And let me tell you something. Moving forward, these are the things that my organization is going to be able to do to attend the conference in Boston so that we can connect with our mindful and melanated sisterhood. We're going to be going to Cleveland to our sisterhood there. Sisters, got a group Shine, Sis, Dion McLemore, and Trendlin Webb, out of this world. So as the sisterhood grows, we're looking
Mm-hmm.
at all of these amazing, amazing, amazing tribes under that
Yeah.
sisterhood. The good thing about it is nobody loses their identity. Nobody is giving up building their brand. And matter of fact, it's just the opposite. So it's afforded me some wonderful opportunities. And I just want to say I'm really, really glad to be here. And this time, you and I are definitely going to meet face to face. That's number one. We just got to put it out there in the air
Oh, yes.
because I'm
Yeah.
quite sure they're going to be having something. And the sisters and I would love to come to Boston. So that's one thing. And the reconnection is divine intervention because we don't
Mm-hmm.
really lose connection, but I know
Right.
you and I know how we do. And for a while,
Yep.
there's because that's the healing part. People don't get that. But see,
People
when
don't get
you're in a
so
system, yeah,
exactly.
oh, I haven't heard from her in months, and you're frantic and you're this and you're that. You check in, let your sister know I'm okay. That's it.
Exactly.
I-
So for
And
y'all
as
who
we,
don't know, first of all, I got a
you
whole hole in my cardigan, y'all.
got a whole hole. Let me see it.
When keeping it real goes wrong. Uh, that's okay.
Even if it don't go wrong, now you know
We,
that.
listen, that's why we need some corporate
Listen,
sponsors so your girl can have some
listen.
clothes without
Let me
holes
tell
in
you
it.
something. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Keeping it real does not go wrong, especially when your intention is to help others and being authentic helps. You know, when I saw Mindful and Melanated, you don't know how happy I was because there are a lot of us out there that are challenged emotionally. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we need to be surrounded by people that understand that and
Yeah.
people that are trying to understand that, but just more importantly, people that just support it. You ain't got to understand it.
There you go.
You're gonna
And
start
thank you,
laughing at
sir.
you gonna start laughing at me soon, right? I know you are. I heard you
Always.
say she is hilarious.
You are. You be having me. And I'm it's you know what? Let me just leave it alone. It's there. You know what about something about you, Michelle? Two things I want to say because you brought up some good points in your beginning of you coming on and talking. What I really admire about you, Michelle, is that you are really good at connecting people. Like you're really good at that. Like you're not one of those people who are like you're not a gatekeeper.
No,
You are
I know.
always willing to support, promote,
Yeah,
and I really, really love that about you. And the other
Well,
thing I was going to say that I love about you is
thank
that
you.
you're right. Because so for y'all who don't know me, when I get into a depressive mood, like my go to is isolation. Like I isolate and I will not contact for like it could go months. Michelle will tell you it can go months. And so she's the kind of person where she'll check in, hey, you don't have to respond. Just want to let you know I'm thinking about you, this and that. She don't judge. And that's one of the things that I feel like is not really talked about a lot when
Right.
it comes to Black women's mental health. It's like, oh, she tripping. Why she's not responding to me? Oh, she's not
No.
rocking with me no more.
Okay, you know what? Tell the truth. Go ahead, tell it. If you don't tell it, I
And it's
will.
like it's sometimes things ain't about you, sis.
Exactly. But you know what? But you know what? Let me tell you something. That time I said, I don't care if she thinks I'm crazy. It was just something where I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Reached out to other people looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's all right. I said, okay, as long as you know that she's all right, you heard from her recently, that's it. Till I
Yeah,
checked on her. Cause you know
exactly.
what? Let me tell you something. This is where the pricelessness of a sisterhood comes in. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
learn each other. We gotta lean on each other for support. We gotta knock it off. Let me tell you something. I'm 65 years old,
And she
and
don't look at y'all.
thank you. But you know what? For the past couple of days, just I've witnessed some behavior from women in their 50s that made me wonder if I was back in the 10th grade. I said, I don't understand this. What is all this pettiness? What are they doing? And that is the one thing that will shorten your life and will mess with your head.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of things and we are a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, you know, part of part of our way to survive, part of the shield is to
Mm-hmm.
put on that hard outside. And then
Yes.
as it starts to tarnish and wear thin, we become afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
if I know, I said, you know what? I know that people that know me know I do what? I take naps. We've even laughed about that. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. And some days I take two. And I've explained to people why. I didn't owe anybody an explanation, but as part of a sisterhood, yes, I did. I'm going to let y'all know because it may be something that's occurring in your life. We got to
Mm-hmm.
share.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that I why I started Mindful and Melanated is because, and I know some of the stuff I be saying is it's TMI. Like, I be talking about situations where I've been in depressive episode. I ain't washed my butt in weeks and stuff like that. But I say all that not to trauma dump or for
But
shock value. I ain't the only one that ain't washed their ass in 2 weeks when I'm in
listen,
a depressive
let me tell you
episode.
something. Let me tell you something. And see again and again and again and again. And we could see, me, and I've said this to you about teachable moments. See,
Mm.
everybody that knows me know one thing. I'm gonna say what I said, and I said that yesterday. I'm gonna talk
Mhm.
about sisterhood. You don't have to listen to me. I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot from some people that normally I would not be in communication with. But see, this is what I'm talking about. When you belong to a tribe, you belong to a sisterhood. If it's something that's gonna add value to you in that sisterhood, because everybody got something to say. But I'm gonna
Exactly.
take those naps. I'm gonna tell you those naps. You know those naps. That's part of my healing. That's part
Exactly.
of the time I get my instruction from God, because I've been known to tell people. God said that's the only time she gonna shut up when she sleep. And you know what he started to do? He's knocking me out twice a day, twice a day, twice a day.
Listen,
And then the sestras call me the night sestra because when they're all sleeping, I'm awake. I'm on
you're the night
Facebook.
owl.
I'm the night. I would listen. The funny thing about it is, I have been blessed to belong to a sisterhood with women like you. If I don't hear from you for a while, when I do hear from you, we pick up where we left off. Or there's
Mm-hmm.
somebody out there that is going through something and they see that little green light on. Well, listen, everybody knows my hours again. And what's the name his hours was 9 to 5. I got certain hours, and they're nowhere near what Eastern Standard Time hours are. What people Eastern Standard Time people are going to bed at 11 o'clock, not getting up. Eastern Standard people
Mm-hmm.
don't take no naps at 7. If you going to nap at 7 o'clock, that you going to bed. What is that? It's bedtime, but not for me. That's part of the freedom of how I live my life and part of my healing.
Right.
We got to learn to find
So
it, find it, find it, find it,
exactly,
find it,
exactly, exactly.
find it. Connect with your sisters and maybe they can help you find it
Mm-hmm.
or not.
So in your from your experience, Michelle, like what are some of the things, okay, so it's 2024, right? And
Yes, it is.
I feel like in the last few years, I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like in the last few years, since COVID, since post COVID, like mental health has really been like a thing that people talk about a lot in all communities, not just the white community, the black community, the LGBTQ plus A community. We're all talking about mental health. But sometimes I feel like there's still a little bit of a stigma.
Of course it is.
Do you feel like it? Tell me
Oh,
what you think about
absolutely.
that.
You know why? Because people see it as a vulnerability. We don't like to be vulnerable. We don't like to be vulnerable. We got to start having confidence
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that vulnerability is a what? And I hate these, and I'm tired of saying it, is another teachable moment.
Mm-hmm.
Those damn teachable moments, I can't stand them sometimes, but they're necessary for growth. You
Mm-hmm.
can't without them. Oh, they get on my nerve. But you know what? Thank God for tequila.
You know what? You need to stop.
I
But you're
said it.
right though.
I
You're
said
right
it.
though. Like sometimes I'll be like, damn, what's the lesson here? Like I'm tired of learning
Listen,
lessons.
listen, listen, listen. And what we got to start to do is let the the mental health and wellness be the foundation for which we build everything on. Get that straight. Plug up those holes. Because once you start healing,
Mm-hmm.
or how do you start healing? You got to find that out for yourself. Talk
Right.
to your sisters. Talk to somebody. But you know what? Nobody wants, oh, I can't tell nobody nothing. Well, there's always God. Take a nap. There's
Say that.
always God, and you will be guided. Let me tell you something. I am at a place now where I am so very, 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 very grateful for the women
Mm-hmm.
in my life. I know that I have strengthened my relationship with my sisters, and that was my key to unlocking my relationship with myself and with God. My husband used to say, God first, me second, everybody else take a number. And
Mm-hmm.
woo wee, because
You know,
that's all you got at one
exactly.
point. At one point.
It's so funny you mentioned about the fact that you cultivating your female relationships has really helped you because I know for me that has helped me a lot. Like I'm just in general I'm a loner. Like I'm an introvert, and part of my healing journey I wanted to tap more into my divine femininity, and a piece of that was me trying to be more intentional about cultivating my female relationships. And
Hmm.
I find that once I did that, and now that I'm continuing to do that, I just feel more fulfilled. I was literally just talking to somebody about this yesterday. I was like, I don't want to sound like dramatic, but like I really feel like now that I'm being like really intentional about checking in with my friends, spending quality time with my friends,
Hmm.
um, and being, not that I was never like not interested in what my friends what
Yeah,
they
I
were
get it.
doing.
I get it. I get
But
it. You know, I get it.
right,
I get it. I
yeah,
get it. But you know what, too? You and I are on the same page. And the reason why we are here is because we're trying to not force other people to get it, but show them and help them understand.
right,
It's all okay. It's all okay. Stop thinking that people have attitudes and they're mad with you. Because, see, you know what? If I have something to say to you, I'm going to say it.
right.
And I'm going to say it. And someone told me the other day, oh, someone offended me. And the way they apologized is they told me that they're sorry that I feel that way. That's not an apology. Now here we go talking about what is and what isn't an apology. We got the semantics, we got everything. Knock it off. You know what? Don't spend time on it. If you don't feel it's an apology, say thank you, wipe your mouth dry, and keep it pushing.
Right, right,
And you know what? Learn from that. Learn that if you don't think that's an apology, then damn it, don't you say it. See? Oh, but when it's happening to you, when somebody's saying to you what you said to somebody else, and there goes that teachable moment, the
mm-hmm,
aha moment, the moment that you just want to take and strangle it, wrestle it to the ground.
yeah,
Find something to do that gives you joy.
yes,
You know what?
yes,
Don't listen and think about what that means for you.
mm-hmm,
You know, sometimes the more you think about how ways to heal yourself, you begin healing because you do have to spend that time with yourself. You say, I'm hilarious. I'm going to tell you a secret. I crack myself up too. I talk to myself and I say, you know, girl, you funny. It's hilarious. I send out voice clips because, you know, as you know, me and type. I find comfort in knowing that there are people out there that know me
mm-hmm.
and know that I should be an amateur comedian, but
You
I'm not
should.
getting on stage. I crack myself up. But you
You
know
do.
what? It is the joy and the blessing that I get from being able to communicate and be myself with my sisters.
Mm-hmm,
There is a,
mm-hmm,
like you said, there is a, I try to tell them it's priceless. We can collaborate together, grow our businesses, build our brand, give each other
mm-hmm,
advice, go on trips. And we're not
mm-hmm,
saying that got to be everybody, but you might find two or three women in within that organization that you have a special bond with. Nobody's not gonna say, "Oh, they think they all of that because they went off by themselves." No, 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 no. We are always open, but we have to also remember everything ain't for everybody. If you feel that that's not for you, you will have several options and choices.
mm-hmm.
That's how your sisterhood should be. That's what we want to encompass. That's why Sestra now is doing things like um, the 1 million women and all sorts of kind of thing to encourage other women because we are stronger together. The healing begins when you know that there is somebody that is possibly going through the same thing you are. Somebody said, and how was that? Just sometimes just knowing that they're there. You might not never talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
isolation, we isolate ourselves far, far,
Yeah,
far too often.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Sestra Now a couple of times. Why don't you tell the folks who are watching what Sestra Now is and how they can get involved?
Oh my God. Sestra now is an organization because you know everybody has memorized a concise statement of what they want to say. So mine is Sestra now is an organization that supports and empowers women spiritually, financially, and emotionally. That's putting it mildly.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to go deep, deep, deep in the history of how I met them, but I tell you one thing: God don't make no mistakes. God puts us in the right places that we need to be when we're ready. Yeah. And this
Mm-hmm.
organization, Session Now, is doing so many wonderful things. We just partnered with a media company, an old friend of mine, I had a dream about her. That I will tell. I had a dream about her. Her and I talking off. She is one of the most dynamic women I've ever met, and she has a TV station, UBC TV, and she just
Mm-hmm.
partnered with Roku. She's getting ready to partner with some other big brands. It's Apple, iHeartRadio. You know, she's got all of those on her platform. So Sestra now partnered with her, and now we're able to offer a media package. We are doing a lot of things. We're international. Right now, we are connected to a group of women in Pakistan, group of women in Africa. This is global. There's
Mm-hmm.
a woman in one of my other networks of autism moms. She's a global, and that's the key. All women. Now, don't get me wrong. The organizations that want to focus on certain demographics, I'm all for that. If it's women, and somebody asked me, you know, and this is why I make jokes. Because somebody asked me, well, um, you say all women. Does that mean even those women that were not born women? And I was confused. I was confused. I don't have anything against anybody, but I didn't understand that question. So, and I'm just thinking about it now, and you know, I think I better let that go. Um, but there's a human quality to this. Never mind
Mm-hmm.
gender,
Yeah.
but we know more about women because we are women, so we are going to help women. We start
Right.
there. We'll start
Mm-hmm.
there. Um,
I think they were talking about trans women.
yes, yeah.
So
That just
biologically
I
they're
don't know why that I don't know why that popped into my head, but you know, well, you know me. But anyway, Sestra, magnificent organization. That organization, we would have people that join us. You know, we have an app. Uh, we have these special projects that we're doing in New York, in the Bronx.
mm-hmm.
My son, the captain, is winning the Civic Impact Award um, on the 15th for our
So wait,
service
wait,
to.
let's pause. Your son, the
Mm,
captain. So
yes.
tell us about your son, your journey with him being on the autism spectrum, and the book that you wrote,
Oh
and your
yes.
organization, Awesome Families.
Yeah. My son, the captain, is 27 years old, and he is an amazing young man. Uh, he and I traveled together. We went to Bermuda. You know, when we go up and down, we go down south. Anyway, so someone came to me and said, "You know what? Um, you should join the travel business." And that was all they said. I said, "Okay." Fine." I said, "Me and my family could travel and do things together." God was probably cracking up because now I'm just gonna fast forward. I fast forwarded, and Awesome Families was born. But prior to that, everything I said I was not going to do, God had other plans, and I just had to follow direction. Because actually, I skipped something. The book came before Awesome Families. The book prompted me. That's when I made the connection. Because God says she's slow. Let me help her out. She don't get it, and I done told her in her sleep. So now I'm gonna, you know, He talks to us in a way that we can understand. So when I wrote that book, and I was cracking myself up then too. Um, that journey, the journey with my son on the autism spectrum, Captain May is the title of the book. It covers that up until present, and I think I'm going to have a follow up with that
Mm-hmm.
because he has grown so much. I wrote that book to give other mothers and fathers and caregivers hope, to let them know again, like we always say, you're not the only one going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And not only are you not the only one going through it, you can get through it. You can. You can. You absolutely positively can. there were minutes where I said, you know what? And I had my hand on the door. No, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. And that's as far as I ever got. I got my hand on the door. I think
Yeah.
that was pretty good for me. You know,
What
I look
made you?
back.
What made you get to that point, though?
Well, you know what? At the time, we were taking care of my mother. My mother had Alzheimer's, uh, and she was a danger to herself. I was not gonna put her in a nursing home, so me and my husband moved her in here with us. And for the most part, we were happy. But my husband and my son, they went out to work into school, and I was here with um my son, with Kevin Ellis and my mother. And I looked at them and I said, "Really?" And you know what I did? I had to turn them around and make them my audience. So I strapped my mother in her chair, and strapped Kevin Ellis in their high chair, and I made them listen to me make speeches. They were my audience. And as long as we had snacks and stuff, they would clap. When the snacks stopped, they stopped.
Stop clapping when you stop feeding them.
I stopped thinking, but you know what, too? You know what I did? I found the joy in that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not always going to be joy in everything. Don't get me wrong. But if you can
Yeah.
find it, find it. But I had my hand
So
on that
you
door. I
found a way.
wasn't going
You
nowhere.
found a way.
I wasn't going nowhere. I'm a punk, please. I wasn't going nowhere because I am a punk. But I take
No, it's
pride
because
in
you
being
care.
an advocate. I take pride in being, and yes, I am an activist. Yeah, you know what? I am an activist. I will. Uh, I'll go to bat for. I'm going to. Back in the day, I'm going to hearings with parents when they
Mm-hmm.
needed just the support.
Yeah.
Um, and I told them, I said, you know what? You give them. I said, squint your eyes together and give them. I would make them laugh. I said, squint your eyes together and start gritting your teeth, and pushing your shoulders back, because you have to do something to sometimes just fire yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
And just like with anything else, again, having somebody there with you, whether they make you laugh, knowing that they're there, they came there for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know one thing: you need to pack your bags because we're going to St. Lucia in 2025. Since we want to
Okay.
talk about awesome family special travel, I'm doing a caregivers retreat, St. Lucia, Coconut Bay. Now, it's July. I forgot the dates. But I said I was going to start really getting behind people to put down their $200 deposit. I want you guys to spread the word because I want this to be a celebration in St. Lucia. I'm going to celebrate my birthday there.
Is the information for the retreat on your website, awesomefamilies.org?
Uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, let
I'm
us.
going to check and see.
Okay, because we want to make sure people, have the information in case they want to join you.
Hmm.
So how is it as a mother of a young child on the spectrum? You were taking care of him. You were taking care of your mother, who had Alzheimer's. Like, how did you take care of yourself?
I didn't. I didn't. I did not. I did not. I did not.
Which
You know,
unfortunately is not surprising
no,
because
I
that's
did
how
not.
we do.
But you
Hmm.
know what, too? And you think I would have learned from that. Um, I didn't take care of myself, and it didn't last for long. Because one thing I will say about your mental health, it sends you red flags, blows whistles. You know, and you know when it's not getting any better, and you think to yourself, I gotta get out from underneath this. I gotta
Hmm.
figure it out. And okay, also in doing that is where the healing is. When you recognize, hey, something ain't right.
But not only recognizing, because sometimes I feel like, honestly, and I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I know have been times, like you said, like the red flag on the field, flag on the field. And I'm like, I can muddle through this. I got this. And
Right,
I recognize it, but I don't do nothing about it.
right. Baby steps, honey. Baby steps. Some people don't even, you realize some people don't even realize it. They go years. Oh, because somebody said, oh, it's a diagnosis. And, um, they keep putting labels on things. Okay, here's the thing. When you read about something and you experience it, there's a huge difference. When you're reading about it and then it happens to you, that's what I tell people. Read about it.
What do
And
you
if it
mean? Are you
doesn't,
saying like what are you talking about for yourself personally? You read something like in a book or something?
I'm talking about when people, okay, you ever went to Google and said, what is bipolar disorder? What is all that? And they have they give you all the descriptions and all the things. And I think medication, of course, is always on deck. Um, they give you all of these things. You could read it you can read it on Wikipedia, you can go on YouTube, but until you have had it,
Mm-hmm.
you are wasting. You're not wasting your time because you know what, too? If you're looking at it, you might maybe suspect that something isn't right. And I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Or even if you have somebody that's close to you and you see certain behaviors. Once again, the sisterhood rides in on a horse. If I see that something is not right with Regina, I'm going, give Regina some space. I'm going to be mindful and be observant. And then I'm going to, you know what? I'm lying. I'm going to have a conversation with Regina. I'm not looking up shit. Oh,
I love it.
excuse me. Uh-oh. See what you
You can
did?
curse. It's fine. This is the
Okay.
internet. You can
I'm
curse.
not looking up shit. I'm going to talk to my sister and ask her what is going on and ask her if she needs my help. What does she need me to do? Need me to back off? Can I check on you next week on a couple of days? That's it.
That's it.
Then I'll go look up some. Regina's doing this with, so I can be aware of what Regina is maybe going through. But you know
Right.
what? I'm not going to browbeat Regina. I'm not going to judge Regina because I want Regina to know that I'm there for her. I'm going to listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
And in me listening to Regina and Regina saying it out loud to somebody, it's going to start Regina's healing process. I strongly believe that. It's like a prayer. It is like a prayer.
Yeah.
Now, Awesome Families, back to that. It's a soon to be nonprofit. I have an amazing team working with me that is setting it up because I sent the thing out 3 times and they sent it back 3 times. So no, twice and they sent it back twice, but that's okay because I'm gonna keep going. Because Awesome Families is gonna be we're gonna coordinate travel for special needs individuals and their families and caregivers. We're gonna be a resource. We're gonna be someplace for women in business because I'm part of Sestra now. So any Sestra that has a child that has special needs or anything like that, this, you know what, too, you know, somebody said, well, what is that? Sestra? I said, it's the all-purpose knife. You ever see one of those all-purpose knives?
Oh, one of the I know
It
it's just army
got
knife.
the corkscrew and it got that's
Hmm.
that's kind of like what Sestra is. It's got all of those things.
I agree because it's kind of like a business directory, but y'all also help women businesses with their marketing services. Y'all have just general support, like emotional support,
Legal
um,
counsel, grant writers,
legal counsel,
because you know
grant
what? You know what? I know people and they want to hear about the money. They want to hear about the money.
money, money,
That
money,
that
money.
that media package that's gonna bring in. Oh, we're doing a bunch of things. We're doing a bunch of things. But I tell you what, it is an organization. Okay, I'm gonna give you one prime example because this is Stephanie Montgomery, founder and CEO. Just a just fire. Stephanie was doing this 4 years before I met her. So she has other sisters. It's just,
Hmm.
you know how that goes. She connected me to a woman And this woman wants to go to Japan with 10 of her friends. That's a nice commission for little awesome families. And little awesome families is going to be able to donate some of that money to awesome families. Because awesome families is, oh, did I tell you we're going to have scholarships? Let me tell you
Mhm.
something. We're going to have money in the coffers, baby. And we're going to send some of these single moms and single dads and caregivers and grandparents and people that take care of their elderly parents on a retreat. I want to let them know we know you need it. Figure out
Mhm.
somebody to watch, whoever, you know. And you know what, too? At one point, we're going to provide that for you, too. Oh, yes.
Because caregivers need to get taken care of too.
Oh, you know what? I don't think people knew that. And you know what? Between me and you, I don't think the caregivers know they need care.
Mm. She said
Mhm.
between me and you. Michelle.
You know they don't. Listen, I tell myself, you know what? Girl, you need a break.
Oh, I got this. What you mean, Michelle? I
Oh, no,
got
oh, no,
this.
oh, no, that's all right. I'm okay. I'm not here to judge you, but I will browbeat you into taking care of yourself.
For real. Well, we talked about a lot, and I just want to make sure that we honor the folks who are watching and commenting, and I just want to make sure we read their comments. So Lisa says that she gets it because she is also a caregiver of a 7.5-year-old living with severe autism and behavioral and emotional dysregulation.
Hmm.
Um, and she said she really needs to know about Sestra now and awesome families. Y'all
Of
need to
course.
connect anyway because both of y'all are amazing. And so Lisa has
Well,
a
Lisa.
candle making
Okay,
company.
say we got. I'm gonna send you a friend request, or you
Yeah,
send me one. See,
there you go.
there you go.
And talks with lady in reference to when we were talking about how we recognize the red flags but we don't address it. She says sometimes the energy is not there to address it, and that it could be overwhelming at times, and that's very true. You know what? Like for me, if I get overwhelmed, like I will shut down. You hear me? You talk about naps twice a day,
And you
nap
know what?
all day,
I have a
all day.
question. What's wrong with that?
You know
Sometimes
what?
you gotta be MIA. Sometimes no, 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 no. Now you judging your.
Sometimes.
You know what you judge. You know what? In order to get through, and I'm gonna have to be real clear about this.
Hmm.
Short of harming yourself, you have to do whatever is necessary. You have to do whatever is necessary to get through the next minute, the next day, and the next hour. I don't care if it's pick boogers. I don't care if it's sleep. I don't care what it is. Yeah, I said it. Or dig wax out of your ears or have coffee or we're not trying to do any self-harming behavior and please anybody that is feeling that way. There are too many resources. But you know what? Sometimes just saying, I'm gonna get through it, I'm gonna get through it. Pick your nose, pick your ears, scratch that. I don't care what you do. Take a bubble bath, take a nap. Don't judge yourself. You rather be MIA than DOA, right?
Facts,
Would you rather
facts,
be MIA or DOA?
for real.
Let me tell you something. There's so many great things going on right now. I've got, oh, did I tell you I joined Toastmasters, girl?
You did. How's that going?
Wait a minute. And I'm surprised that I didn't have it right here. Oh, wait till you see. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you're the sergeant at arms.
Girl.
Get
When
him.
it came, Grace Pemberton, who is my mentor, she bought it for me and sent it to me. Hazel, I'm gonna get it engraved.
They
But
picked the right one.
you know, I think that anything that we do to support and uplift ourselves, yes, yes. I'm an advocate for mental health and wellness. I'm an
Hmm.
advocate for feminine health and wellness. Remember when I was doing sanitary pads?
Yeah.
That went very well. Everything that I've been involved in had a sisterhood attached to it. But as I moved on, and you didn't tell nobody that I'm the boo fairy. I thought you was gonna talk about that.
Right.
Oh,
I didn't know you were still doing that.
oh, I'm always gonna be doing that because that was part of my own personal struggle.
Mm-hmm.
The boo fairy rescues women from their painful and uncomfortable bras.
Mm-hmm.
That was the start. I went from sanitary napkin to camis to travel agent
Mm-hmm.
to
Ooh.
travel agent to Sestra to where I am now. Now I'm in
Mm-hmm.
Toastmasters. I'm involved in this organization. Can't say anything about it because it's not official, and they don't want you mentioning them unless you're official. So, but I'm involved in an organization that serves trauma impacted women called Go Deeper LLC. Miss Liliana Traffic Contact. Oh, she's amazing. Grant writer, contracts, all that. So too, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
get on nothing and don't promote my sisters. And my sisters. I belong to an organization called the FPI Network of BK Farley. Phenomenal. They're going to Africa to help the women with their oral hygiene, teeth and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. These are the parts of things that I want to be involved in. But I can't go with them this time. And my sisters are involved with the women in Pakistan. They had a prayer meeting the other day, brought tears to my eyes, seeing all those women in that room to pray together. Oh, it was amazing. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of sisterhood. Anybody that is on here that wants to contact me, do not hesitate.
Yes, please.
Regina has my information. You can find me on Facebook. And if you're one of those people that's up after 11 p.m., we're going to be BFFs. Uh, I be on here, girl. And I be on here and sometimes I have the camera on, and we be running back and forth to the kitchen getting food. that, but you know what? Too, it's fun. Technology is only as good as when it's doing what we want it to do. But
Right.
I think that because we got StreamYard and we got Zoom and we got
Mm-hmm.
all these things, and we got all these things where we don't have to really physically be in the room with each other because we can't, but we can. At least we can see the person's face and hear their voice. And let me tell you something. Me and me and a couple of us, we get on here and we get snacks and we laugh and we crack jokes but the love is there, the support is there, and we want to help everybody uh, build relationships. You know what? They need to stop playing. Not only do we shine bright together, but if we collaborate, we'll be looking at
Mm-hmm.
a room full of millionaires and billionaires.
No, for
Why
real.
do you know what? Stop it. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? My mama said you can lead a horse to water, and but you can't make them drink. So if y'all don't want that money, and you know what, you do what you're doing, and let me know in 6 months. And I'm gonna tag all of y'all when I have because we have our own channel too. So yep, things are going well. Now wait a minute. No, well before that, Miss Regina,
Mm-hmm.
have you spoken to Stephanie yet?
Yes, I have, but I need to follow up with her because I want to get her on here too, so she can talk about the organization, how she started it, why she started
Yes,
it.
yep. And we want to encourage. You know what? And you should speak to her about that. And you know what? Because she. Oh baby, yeah, she should be next. Because I didn't do it justice. I did not. So yeah.
So Lisa,
Yeah, reach out to her about that because
yeah, I definitely
I'm
will.
gonna talk to Lisa and everybody on here that um connects with me. I'll tell them and then I'll put them in touch with Stephanie. And girl, y'all hurry up because once Stephanie get on here, man, please.
Lisa says she wants to send you a candle. So Lisa
Oh,
makes custom. So Lisa created a custom candle for me. Oh, you can't candle for me.
ooh,
Mindfulness. It's my
ooh,
own
ooh.
signature set, and she wants to send you an awesome family candles
Oh
to
my
make sure
goodness,
it's
yes,
set.
please. Um, 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 um. Are you on Facebook? Send me a friend request. I'm
She's
gonna get in
definitely on.
touch. Is she?
Yeah,
Is she on your friends list, Regina? You know
yeah.
what? Wait a minute. Look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Right in a second.
I gotta call you right back. I'm sorry. I'm on the interview with Regina, mindful and melanated. Bye. Now you know what? That's unprofessional. Very unprofessional. But I would have done that. I don't care what I was on. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. And you know
You're
what? Too, and I'm learning and I'm growing. So right now, I'm gonna find Lisa. Um, and anybody, because I'm not gonna let you miss me. Uh, Regina will tell you once I get my hooks in you. That's it. If I don't hear from you for from a while, and I'm used to hearing from you, I'm gonna reach out. And if it goes too long, at least Regina will tell you. I will.
mm,
I will contact your friends. So thank you, Lisa, because now I have another way. If Regina disappears, to get in contact with her. And Lisa, I'm gonna connect with you. And if you try to disappear, I'm gonna contact Regina about you. And if I get a hold of
trailer.
any more of your friends and we all become friends and I don't hear from you, I'm gonna contact them about you. See, you know, too, I tell people about me up front. So they could even say, you know what, no, that's just a little too much crazy for me. See you later, bye. Or they can say, you know what, that's nice. Because, you know, there is a borderline. Everything ain't for everybody. Now, I really don't have time to be harassing people. And I'm not a harasser. But I want to know if you're all right. This is authentic concern.
Exactly.
That's just it. Now, and get mad if you want to.
She said, "Get back if you want."
Get mad if you want to. I'm going to check on you. Make sure you're all right.
Listen, if
Listen.
checking your strong friend was a person, that would be Michelle. That would be Michelle. Gonna check on her strong friend, her weak friend, her
And you
funny
know what?
friend, her boring friend,
Listen.
successful friend, the loser friend. She gonna check on all her damn friends.
But you know what?
Believe you me.
And you know what, too? I don't want people to think that I'm some sort of saint because there are people out there, and 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 I wanna be sorry. I do. I do. I really want to be sorry. Now I'm lying, so I'm gonna go back. No, I don't want to be sorry. There's certain people that, and I don't want to say I wouldn't piss on them if they want to fight. I don't want to say things like that. But that's the gist of it. They're just, you know what? I'm going to be mature and say there's some people that I know I need to stay away from
Oh yeah.
because you know I've seen the red flags.
Mhm.
One woman told me and I sent her blood pressure up. She said I was trying to kill her
She said you were trying to kill her.
because she said I sent her blood pressure up because something I said to her sent her blood pressure up.
Well, you do have a mouth, Michelle.
Huh?
You do have a mouth.
Yes, but you know what? Okay. What I said to her should not have sent her pressure up, but maybe it did. I'm sorry her blood pressure went up, but I can't say I'm sorry for what I said because I'd be lying.
Facts.
I want to,
Mhm.
you know what, too? I'm not demanding anything from anybody, but honesty would help. We're grown. And you know what? Stop worrying about what people think about you. Stop worrying about people judging you because they're going to do it no matter what you
They're
do.
gonna do it anyway, for real. Like I feel like
Huh?
that's not only cultivating my female friendships, but I feel like just being myself, being like truly authentic and like just not giving an F is really helped me with my mental health. Because
Yeah, you have
like
to. You
you
have
worrying
to.
about everybody else can put you in a depressive episode
You know
in a
what?
hot.
I saw Taraji P. Henson say, if you keep worrying about what people think and say about you, you're never going to go anywhere at any time. And she is absolutely right. So that is exactly why. And you know what? First of all, she was already in the hospital. Her pressure was already high. She can't blame that on me. What she needs to do is be mindful of her own health and wellness more. Now, I know when I eat too much stuff, I'm a diabetic. I got high blood pressure. I got pills, but I have natural remedies. I am watching my health and wellness. I'm watching my weight. I'm watching it. You're not doing any of those things, Big Ma. So you can't blame that on me. You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot blame that on me. Yeah, I said what I said. You know, and you know what? Too, I take responsibility for things, but now you're gonna blame high blood pressure on me. You're gonna blame. Also, now you're gonna. What are you gonna blame me for too?
Mm-hmm.
You did whatever you did, so until your foot swelled up to the size of Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas.
I can't.
Your
Oh,
foot looked like a cruise ship, but you can't blame that on me. I didn't do that to you. I
see, we
did not
should
do
have
that
had
to
you on Lesson Mindfulness.
you.
This
You
is
know what?
supposed to be the conservative version of the podcast.
You know what? Well, let me tell you something. I might have given you a headache, but I didn't do that to you. I didn't raise your blood pressure up. It was already high. It was so high that you wouldn't even notice if it went up any more points. And yes, I'm being mean. Because you know what too? Let me take responsibility for the shenanigans that I am responsible for. I am responsible for some shenanigans. I am. But
Mhm.
not to deliberately set out and hurt somebody, no.
Yeah.
And I was offended.
I don't blame you because some people just don't have personal accountability, just in general.
No,
People just
but you
don't
know
have
what?
accountability.
And I'm gonna be transparent. I was laughing too. When I was, you know what? But when she made me mad, then I started laughing when she told me I was raising her pressure. And I said, "You gonna let somebody you gonna give somebody that much power?
Mm.
You could have just blocked me right then and there." But no, she went on Facebook and went on a rant. And you know what? Too, I noticed when you ignore people, that makes them even angrier. You know, this world we live in is world, but you know what? Too, again, teachable moments. So I'm gonna find Lisa. Lisa's
Mm-hmm.
gonna come back and say, Regina, Regina, Regina.
Who you don't send me to?
Regina, what have you done? But you know what? It's all love, Lisa. I'm coming.
I'll harass you. I'm gonna give you a free month of Sister Circle.
Okay. Is it anything else we need to talk about?
That's my gift to you, Lisa. If she messes with you, you get a free
Listen,
month of Sister
me
Circle.
and Lisa, me and Lisa are going to do a lot of good in this world. Any resources I have, I'm going to share with Lisa.
Mhm.
And if Lisa has any friends that need resources, I'm going to share with them. And where's Lisa at? Lisa, where are you?
She's up here in Boston with me.
Okay, that's good.
You got it. So
And
y'all
what?
have to come to the conference because she always has a vendor table.
Oh, really?
She always has a vendor table.
Okay, well, I gotta start. I gotta make plans to get there next year. I couldn't get there this year if somebody paid me. But no, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I could if somebody paid me. Because all I would have to do, never mind. Just you know
You
what?
know what?
It's a blessing. It's a
I don't even
blessing.
know how this
It's a
conversation.
blessing to have something to look forward to. So I'll put that on my maybe Awesome Families will have a table there next year.
That would be dope. Because you
Yep.
know what? There's a lot of women who come to my conference who are caregivers.
Okay, you know what? How about you give me the particulars for vendors for last year and I'll get started on setting up a table there for next year. Yeah. Because you know what? Listen, how I plan to do it, like I said, I'm gonna be going to, you know, yeah, it's something to look forward to, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, of
One last
course.
thing, in order to receive your blessings, you have to be a blessing
Hmm.
and or a pain in the ass, whichever you decide works best for you. I couldn't sign off without being me. So
So
thank you for that. Yeah.
oh, our producer.
Hi,
Well,
our
hello,
producer.
Michelle. I really
Hi, how are
enjoyed
you?
listening to you. I'm
Thank you.
good. I just want to make sure that we tell people about your book.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Can you see where did I put it? It's right here. I want to remove.
Oh,
That's him.
yep,
That's
there it
it.
is.
Yep.
So
If
there's a link on your website to get the book, right?
Yes, I will. There's a link on my page. Anybody that wants to can inbox me for the link. The link is all over the place. I make sure that link is available because what we do is we are donating part of the proceeds to whatever needs money at the time. We collect, but the captain, he has to get. I said, can I add that? I said, can I have a book? He said, where's your $20? That's what I have to put up with. Anyway, yes, we donate part of proceeds to. We're going to be donated to our project in the Bronx, the Garden Project, and our project that we can't mention, uniting churches with the community. We involved in a lot of community stuff, so that's good. That's another good thing about sisterhood too. You get involved with your community. There are people out there that are worse off than you. Know that.
Amen. Amen to
And yep,
that.
there before the grace of God go out, baby. Know it and believe it.
So everybody go on her website, and in the book is Captain May I, a mother and
Yes.
son, is a mother and son's journey with autism.
Yes,
Even
we're on Amazon too.
Perfect. Even if you know someone that is a caretaker of someone that's autistic, no matter what part of the spectrum,
That's right.
get it as a gift. Get it as a gift.
That's what we was doing. We did real well with the book. I didn't even want to write it.
Wow.
I didn't even want to write it. And in my stubbornness, as I was saying, I'm not going to write it, I was writing it. And taking voice clips.
Wow.
And then I turned around and I had a book.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I know people that will help you publish your book. I know some of everybody, but tell you. Publishers. You know what? I'm blessed.
Yes,
I am.
You are. And when you told me you was writing the book and you did the pre-sale, because y'all, I'm like, listen, I support my friends as much as I possibly can if I have the capacity and the bandwidth. When she told me she was working on this book, I was on it. So if y'all get the book, y'all gonna see my name listed. I'm listed as one of the. What did you list me as?
You're a resource. You're a resource.
Yeah.
And also, that's what I wanted to ask you too. The nonprofit papers are going in, and I'm going to finalize the site. Can I put Mindful and Melanated down there as a resource as well?
Of course, absolutely.
Yes, because you know what, too? Like I said, Awesome Families is going to be a resource. I think Mindful and Melanated, again, I want to thank you. It's powerful. And the fact that nobody knows about it is a shame. And I got a big. I'm going to tell everybody. We need to be talking about things like this.
As an elementary school teacher, so and you work with kids on the spectrum too, right?
Yes. I haven't been, too, when the captain was in school, I was on the PTA, the SLT, anything that they had, I was on it. And I've maintained relationships with those people. So I'm still connected with people who work with and for the Board of Ed. I know one thing, there are programs out there that parents and caregivers know nothing about. And you know what? I'm going to tell them about it. And if they don't have it, I encourage them to start it. I will help them find professionals to help them start it. Because there's not enough services throughout the United States. Europe, I can't mess with y'all right now. I love them over there. Those are the people that started having me up at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock in the morning. I learned a tremendous amount from them. I started, with the autistic adults. Oh, they are a piece of work, baby. You would love them. They will. There's no filter there. And I said, pleased to meet you. My name is Mother No Filter. I'm a no filter right along with you. Right. So, I mean, you know what? I'm going to fight for acceptance and awareness, but also, like I teach my son, this is the world, and I'm going to teach you the tips to live in it. We're not talking about what they should do. We're talking about what they do and how to survive that. Oh no, they shouldn't arrest Black men, and they should. Well, they're going to, and they're going to tase you, and they're going to kill you. I want to teach you how to try to navigate through that so that you can get home and be alive. Okay? Anyway.
Well, y'all heard it from Michelle. Go to her website, look up how to get her book. She's gonna put some information about her caregivers retreats. You said St. Lucia,
St.
2025.
Lucia, baby. Coconut Bay. Look that up. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and if you want to, get involved in her organization, awesomefamilies.org, please check it out.
Yes, please
Yeah.
do.
So, do you have any last parting words for us before you leave us tonight?
Other than my high school, the quote from my high school yearbook: "Do all the good you can to all the people you can in every way you can for all the days you can."
Love it.
I'm surprised I remembered that.
That's an amazing quote.
It is, and it just came to me. I've been out of high school for 50 years. I don't know where that came from, but I'm gonna put that on my page right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
spending
having
this
me.
evening with me.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night. Well, thank you so much for all those who tuned in. TK, what did you think about our guest tonight?
I thought she was amazing. I
Mhm.
love her laid back manner. I
Mhm.
love the fact that she's just, you could tell she was being herself. She's a very, very
Mhm.
real person. And
Definitely.
I loved it. No pretentiousness, no putting on airs. You can tell that's who she is. And she
Mhm.
had a lot of great things to say, and it's
Yeah.
amazing, while I was listening to her, I went on her website and I saw all the pictures, of all the places that she's been with her son.
Mhm.
So if anybody, who is a caretaker and they want to travel, it seems like that's the way to go. I would really go on her website to find out more.
I agree because I bet it's tough, like trying to find like spaces that are like, because you got to think about a lot of things like the sensory stuff and
Yeah.
crowds and so she does all that. She does all of that. So I would definitely check her out. Mhm.
Especially the crowds, and when you have a child that's autistic, whether it's a child or an adult, they still have their triggers, and you have to make sure that there are as few triggers around as possible, that they can enjoy themselves and you can enjoy
Exactly.
yourself too. So I
Exactly.
think, and it looked like her son was having a great time in all the pictures. And he's one with him in the pool, with his little sippy drink. I'm like, okay, I can go there. I can do that. I can do that.
Mhm.
So, and I love St. Lucia. So, you may have to be my caretaker, baby girl. And we head on down to St.
Go to
Lucia
St. Lucia.
and enjoy those beautiful people.
Her son helped to write the book.
I did not.
Mhm.
I did. No wonder he said, "Where's my $20?" When she wanted the book. Okay, all right, businessman. I hear that because I'm thinking of a couple of people I could get a copy of that book for that
Yeah,
I
I have
know.
it. I was trying to show y'all the book, but I don't have it on my desk. It must be in my bedroom because I keep like the books that I read at night. I keep it in my basket next to my bed, so I must have left it there. But yeah, because when she told me she was writing the book, I definitely wanted to support it. So I did like the pre-sale, and so a whole bunch of us, we donated so that she can get this on and popping. And I'm so glad that enough people rallied around her so she can get it,
Hmm.
get it published.
So who do we have to look forward to next week?
So next week we have Carmen Blyden, Coach Carmen B. She is the founder of Heal with Carmen B, and she is a like a coach for high achieving Black women, like an executive coach.
Wow.
And she has an amazing story. She was a teen mom. I think she had her first son at like 15. Um, and she's, I don't want to tell her story because I want her to tell it. But she's just an amazing. You know how when you look at somebody, and I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but you ever look at somebody and be like, damn, they have it all together? She's that
Hmm.
person, and I think she has it all the way together because of her life experiences. Um, that she
You
doesn't let
can't
them define her, but she does she does use her past experiences and how she lives her life now,
That's
So
pretty
I
cool.
can't
So
wait.
you can't look at her to see where she's been.
Exactly.
And she has a
Well,
true
she
testimony.
just did a TED Talk too.
Yeah.
She just did a TED Talk.
Okay. She
Mhm.
has to tell us about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very
Mhm.
good. Can't wait to hear her.
Yeah, I can't
But
wait.
Michelle, I'm
So
gonna tell you, I really enjoyed Michelle, laid back and dropping them gems.
yeah. So
Dropping them
Carmen's gonna be
gems.
the complete opposite because Carmen is like she has a lot of energy. So we're gonna get both sides of the spectrum this month.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too. So yes, if y'all need the information for the book, again, it's awesomefamilies.org, and that's spelled AUSOM families plural.org. Also, if you are not part of our community, Mindful and Melanated community, please join us at patreon.com/mindful and melanated. You get a lot of benefits. You get exclusive behind the scenes content. You get discount on our events. So, like for example, if you were part of the community, you would get a discount off of the ticket for the conference that we have coming up in October. If you're a business owner, you can promote your business within our community. So yeah, join us, join us, join us. And that's pretty much it. Me and my little
Sounds
holy
good.
sweater. I'm gonna
Girl,
wear this sweater every listen. I'm gonna wear this sweater every show, so the corporate sponsors can see I need the monies. Cut me a check.
I don't think it looks that. No, baby girl. You're supposed to dress the part before you get the part. Isn't that what they
This
said?
is the part.
Dress for the
I'm
part that
broke.
you want.
This
Dress
is
for
the
the part
part.
you want. You don't want to be broke. You want to
But I
dress for
am
the part
broke.
that you want. But that's not what you want to see. You don't never see. No, come on now. You know better than that.
Out of being broke. Let me my check.
It's
On the
okay.
internet with a holy ass cardigan. Cut me my check.
They're gonna say,
Embarrassing
"Nah,
myself.
hey, we ain't buying her. We ain't cutting her no check. All she gonna do is run down the Target and buy some clothes. We ain't cutting her no check. She's not gonna. She's not gonna use it for the broadcast. Look at her. Look at her. Nah, dress the part. You know how they say in Atlanta, fake it till you make it. You ever hear that?
I've heard that.
I don't believe
I
in
don't
it.
like that
I believe
saying.
in just where you are is where you are.
Exactly. That's why I don't like this. I don't like that saying.
Just where you are is where you are, and people really more and more because trying to find that one genuine person is getting harder and harder. So when you see it, it's like you appreciate it, you enjoy it. That's why when
Exactly.
Michelle was talking earlier about clicks and people being upset over little things, I'm like, yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Mm-mm. Life is too short. You got to let things go. I mean, yeah, we're going to get upset about things, but don't hold on to it.
Right.
Look at it and say, okay, that's how you feel. That's your feelings. Your feelings are like I tell my students, your feelings are genuine. That's how you feel. Boom. Nobody can stop you from feeling, but that doesn't mean you have to adopt those feelings. No, let it go. That's theirs. Leave it alone and move on.
Yeah.
Good
All right.
advice
Well,
there.
it's
She was
8:15
good.
on the dot, y'all. Thank you again for joining us for this episode of the Mental Health Mentor. We are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So please make sure to join us next week. Again, we have Coach Carmen B, and she is going to talk about how to basically live a balanced life. If you're a high achieving Black woman, you got a lot going on, you're doing the most. She's going to drop some gems for us so that we can live a healthy, balanced life. So until then, see you when I see you.
Good night, everyone.